Yeah. Good looking out there. Yeah. Ha, it's Flav, you heard? It's Flav. Check it, I had to get what I earned. It's my turn. Welcome to the show. It's Trenton's Tavern. Yeah. Ha, that's how we doing it. Welcome to the show, y'all. Enjoy.
So we're gonna jump right into the next topic, and I'm not sure what this nigga want to say about Breonna Taylor, but obviously he has a different opinion about it. So yeah, he told me he might even piss me off about this. So I'm curious to hear. So this is the second topic of the day, and yeah, I just want to hear what he got to say because I'm curious about what he has to say about this situation. So, why exactly did you want to talk about Breonna Taylor? Because,
well, for one, because it's relevant and we need to talk about it.
True.
Two, and for those of y'all who can't see it, his T-shirt says it best.
You heard?
And they do. Black women do matter.
You heard me.
And I'll be the first to agree, especially having two daughters. Black women are the most disrespected women in this country.
Disrespected.
I can't even say. I don't mean to say women, people,
Mm-hmm.
person in this country, even more than the black man, in my opinion. That being said, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this, and please understand, I asked him to bring up this topic. I texted him and said we need to discuss this, especially when the verdict came out. The settlement, all that. I was like, we got to talk about this. Now, before I say what I want to say, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. I am not in any means trying to downgrade or diminish what happened to Breonna Taylor. I think it's very unfortunate. My heart goes out to her kids and her family because it didn't have to happen that way. And it shouldn't have happened that way. We can get into no-knock warrants and all that other shit later, but I'm a firm believer in this. There's only two places in life where you should be allowed to have peace. It's in your home and in the grave. For anybody watching this, I truly hope that you are not a person waiting until you get to your grave to have some fucking peace in your life. You should be allowed to have peace in your home, regardless whether that home is a one-bedroom studio apartment where you share a bathroom with 4 other motherfuckers, or a palatial mansion with 8 bathrooms and 12 bedrooms. Doesn't matter. Home is where you lay your hat, and if that's what you consider home, you should be allowed to have peace there. I don't care if you're a man, woman, black, white, Asian, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Home should be peace for you, whoever you are. That being said, one more thing. To those people who are watching this, for those people who are trying to degrade her name because of the type of man she was dating, that's a pussy bitch ass move. And y'all need to stop that. Plenty of people, black and white, have dated drug dealers, have dated mafia people, whatever. You date certain people, eventually they do evolve. Some might be slower than others, but they do. Jay-Z is one of the most celebrated, richest people in this world. Jay-Z, to his own admission, was out here on the block like a bunch of other motherfuckers you know, and some of those niggas will never get to the level he is at. So stop saying just because a person did a certain thing that she deserved this. That's bullshit. She was at home fucking sleep.
I never heard that one, but
she had a regular job, like me, like him, like a lot of y'all watching this. She was a regular fucking person, just trying to get by like the rest of us are. That being said, here's my biggest problem with all this. Do I think the cops that shot her should have went to jail? I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I saw the look on his face. So if y'all don't see me for like a month, you already know why.
No,
And trust me, we're not laughing at the situation. He's laughing. Trust me.
I'm gonna let you explain because
The boyfriend did admit he shot at police first. Let me tell you something. And I've seen this with my own eyes. So before anybody tries to say this is a privileged thing or it's because that person was white, I can tell you for a fact that's bullshit. I don't care. I don't care what city you're in. I don't care what state you're in. Damn near what country you're in. If you shoot, I'm not talking about threatening. I'm not talking about holding a knife. We're going to leave all that out of it because there are examples for other things. I'm just talking straight up. If you shoot at a cop, period, they're going to shoot back. That's just the reality. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what's going to happen. Now, there are two sides to every story. You read some reports, they say they had a no-knock warrant. I will be the first to say I don't think cops should be allowed to have a no-knock warrant because depending on who the suspect is, what you're going to look for, you don't know who might be in the house. This person, as shitty as they may be, they might have kids. There could be anything in the house. I do think they should abolish no-knock warrants. That being said, if you believe the reports, there was one report that said the cops in Kentucky were doing a no-knock warrant. There were other reports that said the cops did identify themselves. We'll never know. None of us were there. The only thing that has been admitted and that has not been refuted by anybody, including the boyfriend himself, which is who they were there to get, is that he shot first.
But they wasn't there to get him. The person that they was there to get was already in custody.
They wanted him too. Look at there's a report you can pull up to see that.
Okay, so if they wanted him too, there's too many loopholes for me not to blame them niggas because they wanted him. Cool, they got him. He shot first. You're in the house. You're a concealed carry. You're a concealed carry licensed person to have a gun. Somebody break into your house unannounced. Somebody break into your house with your kids in the house. You not gonna shoot?
No, I'm gonna shoot.
Exactly my point. So how do you say that they're not wrong? Stop! Don't break into my house.
I didn't say they weren't wrong. I said they should. I said I don't think they should go to jail.
Why?
I'm not saying they shouldn't be fired or anything else. I just said I don't think they should go to jail.
Why though?
Because I choose, and this might make me wrong, I choose to believe certain reports that I've read.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all we can believe.
And that's fine.
You just gotta choose which one you do believe.
I believe there was no perfect ending to this. There wasn't.
There was a perfect ending to this.
There was, but that's in the world we don't exist in. Here's my biggest issue with this. And maybe you don't believe it. I don't know because me and you have not talked about it before today. Mm-hmm. What I have a problem with, would it be fair to say, and I believe it would. I don't believe every cop is a racist piece of shit, even the white ones. I don't. There are some that are. I'm not denouncing that. I don't think all of them are. Just like there are some fucked up white people, there are some good white, as cliche as this sounds, there are some good white people.
I agree.
And just like you shouldn't punish black people for being black, you shouldn't punish white people for being white. That being said, I do believe had he not shot first, she would still be alive.
I don't think so.
And what bothers me about that is, especially with the fact that he has publicly and on record admitted that he shot first. He's done that. It's on record. You can Google it, Bing it, whatever. He has admitted that he shot first, which caused them to shoot back. Just like people are calling for the cops' head, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, that you're right. Why aren't people calling for this mother?fucker too?
Because This is the problem with, like you said, no knock warrants. If you knocked on the door and said it's the police, he would have never even picked his gun up to shoot.
How do you know that?
Because I know that.
How do you know that?
I know that.
How do you know that?
He only shot because they broke into his house
Okay.
when she was asleep. That's the only reason that he shot.
All right. Let me ask you.
Okay, let me say this. I don't know that he would not have shot if they would have announced it to the police.
Okay, that's all I wanted on there.
I don't know that because I don't know him. But the thing is, the way that he's admitting why he shot, that's my belief. That's enough for me to believe. If they would have announced themselves, he would know. Okay, this is the police.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you were in the street life. You showed drugs. You got a shorty over here one night.
He was at her house.
Let me finish.
I'm just saying.
That kind of makes it even worse. But just hold on.
Because he was staying the night with his shorty?
No, you ain't let me finish.
Oh, yeah.
Because you brought up her house like that was supposed to mean something. To me, that's irrelevant whose house it was.
It is irrelevant because it's not irrelevant because if he's at her house, she was what, like a nurse or
she's a paramedic.
She's a paramedic,
right? You
think she's gonna be allowing this?
I will admit that's the one thing I have a problem with. If you knew this is because I look at shit differently. The fact she was a paramedic, which means you work with the fire department. I come from a family of firefighters. I do. My dad was a firefighter. I got an aunt and an uncle who are both firefighters. My cousin's a firefighter. I got another cousin. She is the first black female captain in the Columbus, Ohio Fire Department. I took the firefighter test.
They knew what she was, bro.
But that being said, that's what I was getting ready to say. That's the one thing I have a problem with because of what she's done. Because of what she's done for a living, regardless whether it was with a private firm or whatever, she's interacted with some of y'all. Yeah. There's a better way this could have been handled. No, I agree with you on that point. There should have been a better, because of her interactions with law enforcement, this, that, and the other, there should have been a better way that's handled.
They look out for each other, right?
They're supposed to.
Yeah, until you black.
They are supposed to. That being said, let's say right now, let's just say you out in the streets. You got a shorty over here. Somebody you've been fucking with for a minute. She's spending the night. You getting a no-knock warrant served on you. To your point, you think somebody's breaking in your house. You shoot first.
I'm going to shoot first.
Okay, fine. No, just hear me out. You shoot first. You miss. They shoot back, hit her. You are not going to feel somewhat responsible for her death?
Absolutely not, because I was trying to protect her anyways. That's the thing. Like, and in my head, and you got to think about this like this too. In my head, I have a reason why I know that they were wrong. Because in my head, if I'm out in these streets, I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm a street pharmaceutical, right? Pharmacist. I'm a street pharmacist, right? In my head, if somebody breaking in my house, it's either the cops or it's the ops, period. Right. So I'm going to shoot first regardless of who's coming in that door unannounced.
Even if they're cops, you're going to shoot
Even
first.
if they're cops.
Okay.
Even if they're cops, if they don't announce themselves. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that I don't believe that he would have shot if they was cops. Now, he might try to run out of the window or something like that, like hide or something like that. If once he knew that they were cops, because he knew what type of lifestyle he was living. His first thing is not going to be like, oh, I'm about to shoot these niggas. If they in the bed sleep and you hear somebody breaking on your door, I'm doing what I'm doing in the streets. My first instinct, your first instinct, as black people, your first instinct is going to be, let me grab my piece and it is what it is. I got to protect my girl. You know what I mean? Because now they've figured out where my girl lived. He was at her house. If it was his house, I can see him taking that a little bit differently because he probably know this is that, blah, blah, blah. But because he was at her house, that was completely unexpected. Like, I do everything in the streets and blah, 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 but niggas don't know where my shorty live because I keep those two lives separate. And I could be imagining stuff, but the reason why I can justify all of this is because after he even shot at the cop, he hit one of them, right? In the chest plate or something?
Yes.
He hit one of them. They took him in. They let him out. So if it was really that, they knew that they was wrong for the no-knock warrant, and they knew that saying, oh, I was just trying to protect my girl, whatever the case may be, that right there justified everything that you're talking about right now. Because if he was really that guilty, I've seen people get put under the jail for less. He shot at a cop. He hit a cop. And they shot. Yeah, they just started letting go because that's a natural reaction for cops.
It is.
It's a natural reaction. Oh, gunshots fired. Bah, 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 bah. You just gonna shoot. Now, see, like I said, they got him alive, unharmed, while his baby girl was in the bed dead, right? Mm-hmm. So everything after that is what makes me believe that these cops should be in jail. They lied on the report. They said she wasn't injured. She was already dead. They wouldn't let the parents come up there for like an hour and a half. They sent the ambulance away. You know what I mean? Like they said there wasn't no forced entry. Y'all niggas broke into their house because it was a no-knock warrant. Everything that y'all saying...
That's not breaking in.
That's breaking in.
No.
It's breaking in, bro.
If I have a warrant that says I can bust through your door right now.
Well, who signed off on that?
I don't know what the judge's name was.
Exactly my point. It's a fucking criminal. Like, regardless.
I don't believe in no-knock warrants because of a situation.
For that reason.
No, I agree with you on that point. That's why there shouldn't be. And Shaquille O'Neal, who's a deputized sheriff in Florida. No, I agree with that part. I don't believe in no-knock warrants because you never know who's in somebody's house.
Bro, it's still breaking in though.
No, if I got a warrant, it's not breaking in.
It's still breaking in.
No, it's not.
It's just a legal break-in.
Okay, well, say it
but
that
it's
way.
Still breaking in, though.
Okay, it's a legal break-in.
Okay,
but that matters. Regardless of how fucked up we might think it is, it matters.
It only matters because it's law enforcement.
That's the only people who get it. Me and you can't go get a fucking warrant.
Exactly my point.
Okay, then.
But that goes back to the corrupt system.
So warrants are corrupt?
Not all warrants. Not all.
No-knock warrants.
No-knock warrants are corrupt.
No, I give you that. I don't like no-knock warrants. I think that's bullshit.
And not only that, when they broke in, they was dressed like me and you.
That's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon because that's the thing. They blend in so they don't know who y'all are, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
I'm shooting at you if you break in my house. I'm asleep and you the first person I see?
No, I'm not. No, you're missing my... I'm not disputing any of that.
Why don't you think they should go to jail, right? That don't make sense. They killed somebody and then they... But furthermore...
Who is it? Y'all hate me after this. I can feel it.
Furthermore, they got charges on bullets that went to the neighbor's house.
They did.
For white people. Because...
Well, the one neighbor was black. There was two neighbors.
Oh, two neighbors, right?
Two neighbors. One was white and one was black.
But they
got charged on both of them.
Did they?
Yes.
Because I only heard they got charged on the white.
They got charged on both of them.
One of the women that was one of the neighbors were pregnant.
Yeah, they got charged on both of them.
So what if they hit the baby and the woman? For just letting you.
That would have been another charge.
That's another charge. But wait, they didn't even get charged for the one that they killed in the first place.
No, they did. Listen. You have to understand, you're talking to a person who was in the service. This is a terrible analogy.
Mm-mm.
No, it is. There's two ways to look at this. There's your way, in which, even if they were legally right, they should go to jail.
Bro, they should be in jail, period. Because the thing is, here's my thing with this whole situation. If this was the other way around and Breonna Taylor was Abby or Kathy or Karen, you know what I mean? Like, and this was black guys that walked into that unannounced and they shot and killed these white people. Do you think the same thing would be happening?
Well,
black people, them black officers are getting fired, or they're maybe not in jail, but they're getting fired without their pension and all that other shit.
I didn't say they shouldn't be fired. I never said that.
You did not say that.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with them being fired.
But they didn't even get fired.
No, they didn't. I never said they shouldn't be fired.
The AG is black too, not to. Just to let black people know,
He's getting a bad rap, and
just to let everybody.
He can only operate with what the grand jury says, and I don't know why people are trying to call him a coon, Uncle Tom, this, that, and the other. He cannot. Any attorney general in any state, you cannot override what the grand jury says.
Facts, but the thing is,
but you say fact. But what's the point of calling him an Uncle Tom and trying to go after his He can't. If it goes, even if he doesn't agree, for all we know, because we don't know, we're only assuming. We don't know what he feels behind closed doors. Okay, he might be just upset as you or anybody else out here, myself for that matter. He can only operate within the confines of the law, and if the confines of the law says they can only be charged with this, you got to let them go. Why does that make him a coon or an Uncle Tom?
I don't know why that makes him a coon or Uncle Tom.
That's all that's what I'm asking.
But the thing is, my problem is with when the grand jury, when people of the grand jury is saying, well, we didn't even get all the information, and he still indicted people. He still came to a decision. We didn't get all the information. We didn't get all the transcripts and everything. So I don't even know how they came up with that. You're in charge of that. You have that type of...
Oh, and that's fine. And if he fucked up on that part, then fine.
That's...
No.
And
fry his ass.
Exactly.
If he fucked up on that part, it's fine. I'm all with it. Fucking frying.
That's what's coming out now.
And even with everything that's coming out, I might be wrong in what I said. You might be wrong in what you said. We'll never know because we weren't there.
Facts.
I do have... My fundamental problem is this. And it goes back to what you said. And I can kind of attest to this because I'm not saying you have, and I'm not going to ask you because it ain't none of my business. I've done some street shit. No, I have. And
don't indict yourself.
Oh, my statute of limitations is good. I can't be touched now. That being said, when I was doing certain things I was doing, I never went to a bitch's house. I made them come to my house. And here's why.
Yeah, tell me.
No, because at my house, where I lived at that point, certain shit was automatically covered. And here's also the way I look at it. It's easier for me to protect you on my home field
than your home
versus yours.
Facts.
Versus yours.
That's a fact.
That was me. I say that to say this. If he's guilty of all the shit he was doing. To me. Yeah, we gonna do this.
This the boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Fam, all of that is X'd out. They had him behind bars and let him go. That's their way. Not only that, what was the $12 million settlement? They knew what they were gonna do.
No. I agree with you in that because they gave her that. They gave the family that because they knew everybody was about to be unhappy.
Exactly.
I'm not disputing that.
All right.
We're not talking about that.
What are you saying?
We're not talking about that.
That 12. You know what that $12 million is? It's the same way. Hold on before you get hyped.
I'm not getting hyped. We're just talking.
Listen. That $12 million is the same as when you're working your ass off at a job, and their way of shutting you up is, we gonna have a pizza party. My nigga, give me more money. Like corporations think they can just throw food at people and like, we gonna shut up. You know what I mean? Like, give me more money. I don't want no food. I can go buy food on my own.
You're right.
That was their way of saying, okay, this is us. We gonna feed y'all this. Okay, we just gonna settle because we know we not about to send these niggas to jail. You know what I mean? Like, and they let him out on bail. If he was doing all of that shit that you saying, and they had a reason to get him,
I didn't say they did. I never said he did. I know what the warrant was for. I'm only talking about what happened that night. I'm not talking about anything before or prior to that.
Thank you for calling, please.
I'm talking about.
I don't know that he was a drug dealer. I don't know that.
I don't know that he was either. I know the warrant was for drugs.
With somebody that they already had in custody.
They had another person in custody. They was going after him too.
It was that guy that they were looking for at her house, which was her previous boyfriend.
Okay. That's fine. Doesn't change anything we're talking about right now.
It changes everything.
No,
bro.
no, it doesn't.
They didn't even. He was already in jail,
But here's
which means they didn't even have to execute the warrant. If they would have
who
just
was already in jail?
the dude that they
The
was
ex-boyfriend?
actually, yeah.
We ain't talking about the ex. We talking about this one.
I don't care about this one.
No, but this is the one that matters.
This the one that don't matter
Why
because
not?
they would have never had to execute the warrant if they would have just did their research in
No,
the first place.
no, that's not true.
Simple. It's simple mathematics, Red.
No, because
Oh, God.
Here's
Oh,
the thing.
God.
Okay, you know what? Let's say you're right.
I'm right.
Oh, that's fine. Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right.
All right, go ahead.
Let's say that you're right.
Okay.
It still doesn't change anything.
How?
How does it not?
Dog.
Why is he still in jail?
Who?
The current boyfriend.
He's not. They let him out on bail. That's what I'm saying.
Bail don't mean shit. Bail just means you have money to get out.
He got out.
He's on bail. There's a difference between being on bail and being done. He's still charged. He still has a court date and everything else.
And he gonna beat it.
We think.
No,
We
I
don't
know.
that.
I know he's gonna beat it.
Really?
What? Okay, so what they gonna get him on? A few like drug charges or something?
Doesn't matter what does that
What?
really matter?
What does that have to do with anything, right?
No, I'm asking, does that really matter regardless whether he serves a year or 20, he's gonna get more than that because the cop that is injured, that's gonna be attempted murder on a peace officer. So he's gonna get more.
Okay, he gonna get more for protecting his household.
It wasn't his house.
It was his girl's house.
You're talking semantics.
Nah, no,
That is semantics.
No.
That is
no.
semantics. I'm telling you what the prosecution is gonna
You
say.
sound privileged right now.
Wow, really? You really just call me privileged? Really?
Dog, you sound crazy to me.
No.
So you're telling me right now that you know that this man is about to get more charges than these police that actually killed somebody. He shot at police knowing that somebody is breaking into his house, not knowing who it is. They killed somebody. They had bullets that almost went through her wall and killed a pregnant woman, and you telling me they don't deserve to be in prison with him?
What I said was...
You bugging. You bugging.
What I said was...
You're bugging.
What I said was, first of all, I need to see confirmation of the pregnant woman who died.
She didn't die.
Okay. Secondly...
The charges that they got...
Secondly...
The bullets almost went through that wall.
But she didn't die.
She didn't die, but
okay.
Brianna did.
Second...
Brianna's dead.
I'm not disputing that.
She's not coming back.
I understand that.
Which means they need to be in jail. Simple.
That being said...
Simple.
That being said... The fundamental crux of this case is this. To me, we honestly do. There's two sets of stories here that are coming from the cops and coming from him. In one set, if you look it up, he said they never ID'd themselves.
They didn't.
In another interview, he said they did.
No, he didn't. No,
Google
he didn't. He did not.
Google it. Google it.
No, he
Google
didn't.
it.
No, I know.
Google it.
I'm not Googling shit. I know. It was his story never changed. It was the neighbor's story that changed. It was the neighbor, either above or below, on the side somewhere. The neighbor said, I heard them identify themselves when they was knocking on the door. I went to the door because I thought it was my door, blah, blah, blah. I heard them identify themselves. Okay, months later,
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on.
Okay.
Months later,
Sorry.
he came back and said, no, they did not identify themselves. Period, point blank.
Months later,
he
said.
Not the guy that shot, not the boyfriend.
Oh, the neighbor. We still
This
talking
is
about the
neighbor.
Okay.
The boyfriend never said anything about them identifying themselves.
No, he did say
No,
something.
he didn't. Show me where he said it.
He tried to say the cops coerced him.
Coerced him to do what?
To say a bunch of other different shit.
That they identify themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. The cops coerced him.
That's what he said.
And I believe him. Because they lied through everything. My thing is this, right? This is my thing, right? Now you got me hyped.
See
now.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said you was
Y'all not gonna
hyped.
see me for like 2 months after tonight.
Absolutely not. You're probably gonna be on the next show. The thing is, right? Here's the thing. You and I have been friends since February.
February.
Right? So
Right.
it's going on 7, 8 months, whatever the case may be. Now, if I find out that you've been lying to me about half the shit that you and I talk about personally and everything, I'm not gonna like, you are no longer in my circle. You know what I mean? Because now I know you're a liar.
That's fine.
It's as simple as that, right?
No, and that's how it should be.
And that takes one lie.
Right.
That takes absolutely one lie.
Right.
So if you say, if I'm those cops and I say, well, she wasn't injured, nigga, she was dead by the time that they were saying that. They sent the cops, they sent the ambulance away. You're not supposed to send the ambulance away as a cop. They wouldn't let her mom come up for like an hour and a half. Her mom got there at 10. She didn't see her daughter till 1:30. That's when they really said, you know what I mean? Like,
that's kind of standard. I went through the same thing with my brother. They don't let you on the crime scene at all.
Which is completely true. But why did they send the ambulance away?
No, I'm not disputing the ambulance part.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm not disputing that part. I was talking about, you said they didn't let her mother. My brother died of a drug overdose.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the house. Part of it was because of COVID, because I wasn't even allowed to go to the coroner's office. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. We ain't got to talk about this right now.
I was not allowed to go to the coroner's office to even see his body. And I hope you leave that part in.
I'm definitely.
I know. I agree with you. The ambulance part is shady. I'm not disputing that, but I'm just taking it from the point of the actual crime scene part of where everything was. That's not uncommon because I went through the very same thing with my brother. Like, hell, they damn near wouldn't let me on the fucking street.
Right. I'll give you that. Because I don't know about that, but I'll give you that. But the moment that they said there was no break-in, there was no forced entry is what they said.
In the eyes of the law, there wasn't.
Why is that?
Because they had a warrant. That'd be just like, hold on.
But they forced themselves in.
If I got a warrant, it's not for. See, this is where the problem comes in. Just like right now, we sitting here talking. Let's say I'm a cop and let's reverse it. Let's say you a cop, I'm the perpetrator. They say you got a warrant for my DNA. You could politely ask, do you mind if I swab your mouth? No, for real. If I take the thing,
Pause, nigga.
shut up. I hate you. No, I'm just saying. You mind if I take this Q-tip and swab your mouth to rule you out? I could say no, and then you could come back like, okay, well, that's fine. You said no. Here's this court order that says you got to open your mouth. Doesn't matter what I think at that point because you have this piece of paper that says I got to give it to you regardless.
Can I do it myself?
Huh?
Can I do it myself?
Probably not. I got to be the one.
Oh no, you're not sticking nothing in my mouth. Pause.
I have seen. Wait a minute. Hold on. You ever watch the first 48? Wait a minute. I have seen shit where they hand that big long ass Q-tip
you're not.
to the dude
I'll do
and
it
he
myself,
go.
nigga.
Same
You're
way,
not
but-
doing it.
Okay, fine. Same way, but you're gonna give it to me before I leave. I'm getting it one way or the other.
So how does that coincide with them breaking into her house? Because that's a
Because
break-in.
it's not. No,
Definitely a break-in.
It's not a break-in if I had a warrant that says I can come in here.
And there's definitely if you have a warrant to say that you can come in, but
If I have a note,
but in that warrant, does it say you don't have to identify yourself? Is that what a no-knock is?
the no-knock warrant.
The no-knock is just a break-in.
Right. That. So let's take break-in out.
break-in.
Let's take break-in out of it. Let's take break-in out of it.
I can't.
I mean, no, you have to.
I can't take break-in out
Then
because
that's the problem. Because if
that's the reason that he shot in the first place. Because he felt like somebody was breaking into her crib.
I'm not disputing that.
All right.
I've never disputed that.
Okay.
I got a warrant to come in your house right now. I got a no-knock warrant.
Show me that shit. Knock on the door.
You got no. Because listen to what you just said.
Right,
listen to what you just said. You said knock on the door. This warrant in particular is called no knock. I don't have to knock. I don't have to introduce I have a legal right to break into your house.
To break in, like you just said, you have a legal.
I never said it wasn't a break in, but it's legal.
You did say it.
That's semantics, though, Trenton. You know it is. No, if I have this legal document that says, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not high risk, but if I have a legal document,
No, you just said let's take breaking out. That's what you said. It's illegal
You were,
breaking.
no. You were saying break-in as if it was illegal. I was trying
It
to say
is.
no, it's not.
Breaking in is illegal just because the laws say that it's not. It's the same way with killing black people. That shit is illegal too. But they just do it because
killing people, period, is illegal.
Exactly.
Don't just
because
say black. White people get killed too.
White people do get
all right,
killing people.
Thank you.
Killing people, period.
I'm both. I'm black and white. Killing people, period,
is illegal. But they think that they can do it because they got the fucking badge on.
I'm not talking about those people. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this situation here. If I have a warrant that says I can come in your crib without alerting you, there's a difference between alerting and identifying.
Okay, so my thing is, I need to.
You gotta understand. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me finish some shit. I have had a charmed life.
Don't tell me to let me.
I'm just saying. I have been charged with some shit. So what I'm saying is, there's all these semantics and all this shit I'm throwing at you. I have been through some legal bullshit, and this is why I'm saying, no knock warrant. To your point, it is breaking in, but it is a legal break-in. That piece of paper says I can come in without identifying myself. Now, once you see me, or once I see you, I have an obligation to identify myself at that point.
Nobody's expressing that in the moment in time.
They have to. They have to.
If somebody broke in here right now, I don't have a gun, but if somebody broke in here right now, I'm picking up everything that's in my possession.
That's a natural reaction.
Exactly my point.
Once that person,
exactly my point.
Which is what
and on top of that, Red, where was the body cams and stuff?
I'm not disputing any of that.
You're about to execute a no-knock warrant. You know how high risk that is. Like you just said, it's very high risk. They could have walked into that when they broke in. That apartment could have been booby trapped. So when you break that door down, the shit just blows up. How do they know that? What sense does it make to even have no-knock warrants implemented? And I'm pretty sure.
I hate no-knock warrant. I don't think they should exist.
Yeah, you said that.
That's just my personal opinion.
But my thing is this: how many no-knock warrants do you think is implemented on black people? I mean, on white people?
I don't know how many no-knock warrants are implemented. Period.
I've never even heard of it before this.
I had heard of it.
I didn't even know those exist.
I had heard of it before what happened to Miss Taylor. I didn't know it was something that still got practiced.
Bro, you're not going to convince me that these...
I'm not trying to convince you. You have your point. This was never about convincing you.
I know, but you're not... your point is, I'm not going to agree with you saying that these cops shouldn't be in jail. They're murderers. They should be in jail, dog.
I have a curiosity question. So now this is when the fight will start and the video will probably be edited and cut off.
They murderers, bro.
Okay.
Simple.
Black lives matter, right?
Yep.
When are they going to start mattering to us? Because we kill more of us than anybody else.
You kill more of who you're around. White people kill more.
Are you fucking serious?
It's simple. It's a lot of black people in the hood. Yeah, we gonna kill more black people in the hood. Simple. What are you saying? What are you saying, bro? This is black on black.
You cannot.
That's it's just crime.
But you
it's
cannot.
crime.
Fuck that. You cannot expect other people to appreciate that shit if we're killing ourselves.
Nigga, we gonna kill ourselves. No. What are you talking about? We're gonna kill ourselves.
But that's okay.
That's not the problem.
I didn't say it was.
White people kill white people.
We ain't talking about white people.
I know we not.
We talking about us right now.
It's always zeroed in on us. Why is it only a problem when black people kill black people?
I didn't say it was.
So what are you saying?
Because the argument nowadays is about everything that happens to us. But how do you expect the other races to respect us if we don't respect ourselves?
So you're talking about the ones that pick You're talking about the bad apples out of the black people that just gonna go around and kill whoever.
There aren't bad apples in the police force?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. But they're supposed to.
I'm saying that because nobody ever talks about that. Here's my thing with all this. In spite of what has happened in history, there are white people that have fundamentally done us wrong. I'm not disputing that by no means. And even in today, in October 5th, 2020, there are still white people doing us wrong. There are black folks who did us wrong back then. Just like when the slave hunters, for those of y'all who don't know the history, look up what a bounty hunter really is. There were black bounty hunters back in those days who hunted down their own people for profit. They did. That's good right or bad, they did. There are people till this day. There are black people killing black people right now. They don't get the same visceral treatment that other people get. My point is this. If black people are not respecting black people, how the fuck do we expect other people to do it if we are not respecting ourselves? Now, I am not, please. No, for real. Please understand. I'm not downplaying what you just said. Because especially in the hoods and shit like that, some people are going to do just what they do because that's how you survive. That's how you get business done. I'm not downplaying that by no means at all. And anybody watching this, please don't fucking think that, because that's not what I'm saying. But if it comes across, if we don't care about ourselves, how the fuck do you expect other people to care about us if we're not doing our job ourselves?
Okay, what makes you think that we don't care about ourselves?
Are you serious?
I'm asking you a question. We talking.
I saw the person literally in my lifetime. And when I say in my lifetime, like I was there. I had to testify in court and everything. I saw the person get killed over 50 cents. 2 fucking quarters.
But you know why?
5 dimes. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Okay, but you know why though?
Do I know why what?
Do you know why that person got killed?
Are you about to tell me?
I'm about to tell you.
Go ahead, I'm gonna listen. I want to hear this.
That person got, and I don't even know the situation. That person got killed because as black people, that whoever killed the other person over 50 cents, they were taught from a young age that it's about the principle. You have to demand respect as a black person.
What does that have to do with black or white?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
As a black person, you have to demand respect. If I'm not in business with a white person and I'm on the up and I'm on the upbringing or the rising of a black person, and a black person not respecting me, I don't care if they black, I don't care if they white, I don't care if they Mexican, I don't care what they are. Whoever they are. It just so happened to be that a black person got killed over 50 cents. This is what I have to do to instill myself and implement myself within the world. It's all from what we've been through. Black people ain't really like before we got taken over and brought to this country, we not a violent person. Like, we're not naturally violent. That's what they made us out to be. So whoever was taught that, whoever's killing somebody over 50 cents, that's simply principle, because that don't help you gain nothing. It helps you gain nothing. That don't mean I don't care about black people. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't there. I don't know this person, but I'm pretty sure that whoever killed that person over 50 cents, there was lessons that was to be taught before that even expired to that point.
But you have a choice whether or not you accept those lessons.
Absolutely. But that's what I was saying though. That's my thing. Everybody's not gonna get it. Everybody's not gonna get it. So yeah, you had a choice, but this is the choice that this person has made. I can guarantee you that this person, whoever did the killing, I can guarantee you that this is the way that they were brought up. This is the only way that they know about life. You know what I mean? This is the only way they know how to survive. And when you feel threatened, it's just like white people. White people only become racist when they feel like they have no power over a black person. That's when they start calling you niggers and all of that other stuff, because you have nothing else to say. When a white person, and I've heard white people say it, rich white people, the scariest thing is an educated black person. If you want to put something in a book, I mean, if you want a black person to miss out on some information, put it in a book. You know what I mean? Like, and I've heard this from wealthy white people.
That's actually not the scariest thing. The scariest thing is a rebel without a cause. That's the scariest mother, because a rebel can be black, white, or whoever. If a motherfucker thinks they have a purpose, even if they don't know what that purpose is, but they're willing to do whatever to find it, that's scary.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming him for that because I don't know his upbringing. You know what I mean? 50 cents is a bit petty to us because it's 50 cents. But you know it was more than that. And we've seen movies on it. We've seen everything on it. We've seen everything on that.
It's based on everybody's interpretation, though. Even the movie itself, it's an interpretation of what you've been told, or what you've been fucking, or of what you fucking read. Here's the thing: we will never agree. You will have your opinion. I will have mine. People watching it will have their opinion. There are people on all spectrums. Would it be safe to say that, regardless of what side you fucking look at, regardless of what side you stand for, everybody in one way or another needs to do better?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm not. Yeah.
No. Literally, that's all I wanted from this conversation.
Yeah.
Because I knew when I brought it to you.
Yeah.
When I text you, I knew that me and you, when the conversation ended, started, in the middle, whatever, I knew.
Booty calls.
I knew at 8:45, nigga, really?
Booty calls.
Who gets booty calls at 8:45? I hate you right now.
You, nigga.
The point is, I knew we weren't going to agree. I wasn't worried about that. I wanted us to be able to sit and have a discussion, even though it might get heated, to have a discussion. This is what I think. This is what you think.
Yeah.
Y'all decide whatever.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
That is all I wanted.
But before we end this conversation, you still haven't explained to me why you don't think that they should go to jail. You don't have no clear reason.
No, I gave you a reason. You don't agree with it.
Okay, what was the reason? One more time. I'm not even
for the same reason when nurses give a patient an accidental drug,
they get fired, nigga.
We ain't talking about getting fired. You said go to jail. I never said the cops should not be fired. Let me put this on record, because that's the part he keep hanging up on. Let me put this on record. I never said somebody shouldn't be fired. Fired and going to jail, prison, two different things. I never said they shouldn't be fired.
You don't think they should go to jail for a few years? I'm not saying for the rest of their lives. But they made a mistake, a deadly mistake, where they killed a person.
How come when nurses, if they give a patient the wrong medication, they get fired, they don't go to jail?
You're right.
Let me ask you a question.
But
no. I let you sub me this whole segment. Hold on. Do you think those nurses should go to jail?
Yep.
But they don't go.
How do we know that?
Where's the outrage for them?
How do we know that, though?
How do we not know?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. We know about the cop. I'm a firm believer in cops, doctors.
Okay, here's my thing. Hold on. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Cops are supposed to be here to serve and protect, right?
So are nurses.
No, they're not. You're not supposed to protect us.
They're supposed to serve us.
They're supposed to serve us. You're right.
They're supposed to serve us.
But just like them and firefighters and
cops other than the armed forces are the only ones that have protect and serve. Go ahead.
All right. So if they supposed to serve and protect, they breaking into people's houses with no knock warrants.
Legal authority to break in.
But they broke in. Whatever. It's a legal break-in, and they get shot at. Boom. They don't kill the person that shot at them. They kill the person that's sleeping. Take the person in that shot at him. He's out on bail. Then they get charged for almost killing other people. Mm-hmm. Then they do a settlement. Mm-hmm. The whole police report was a lie. So if anything, okay, you don't want them to.
First of all, hold
on. So anything, if you don't want them to go to jail if you don't want to go to jail for killing her, can they at least go to jail for fucking lying?
They can.
Exactly my point. It's more than one thing that they should be in jail for.
That's not what we were talking about.
It don't matter if they should be in jail.
Does. We weren't talking about perjury. We were talking about this other act.
Well,
we're not talking about perjury.
They've sworn in that they.
Nigga, I done drunk 2 bottles of water, about 8 of these. I'm down a 5th of whiskey. Wait a minute, hold on. We're not talking about perjury.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
Okay, put the perjury on him for lying. Even if
tell the Kentucky Attorney General to do that.
Well, he ain't gonna do that, right? Because he ain't got no.
That has nothing to do with him.
Oh, here we go. Now he ain't got. Now it has nothing to do with him.
That has not.
That nigga put them in jail. Simple as that. Simple as that. Before it went to a grand jury, he could have put him in jail.
No, you gotta wait till that's done before you can charge him with perjury.
It only went to a grand jury because niggas been protesting for 4 months about this shit.
No, that wasn't what I was. Where we at? We talking about Kentucky. Listen.
Simple.
Okay, that's fine. You have your views.
The nigga should be in jail.
You have your views. I have mine. I agree with certain parts of yours. I don't think you agree with none of mine, which is fine.
I don't agree with nothing you said.
That's fine. That's the point of this, though.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's the point. So, you know what? Let me say something. Some of y'all are going to watch this and say, I'm racist. I'm prejudiced.
He a racist fucker.
I'm not racist. I might be somewhat prejudiced. I am not fucking racist. I just have a different mindset. It doesn't mean that I don't think what happened to Breonna Taylor is terrible. It shouldn't have never happened. I'm not going to condemn her for who she chose to date and how she lived her personal life. Because I do think that's a bitch move. And I hate the people that keep trying to. There are white and black people who are trying to condemn her for who she chose to date and be with. And I don't agree with that. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how shitty a person you might think they are. There's always a side to everybody we don't know. Hell, fuck. R. Kelly's a pedophile.
Facts.
R. Kelly got kids. Al Capone was one of the most ruthless mobsters in this country. Al Capone was a mobster with kids. Like, I could go on and on naming people. There's no point. Because there are sides to everything. I did not say this to make people mad. I did not say this to make people angry. For those of y'all that watch this and might get angry, please understand this. I'm not going to apologize to you. My belief is my belief. I had a conversation with him when we talked about this because here's the thing. And please don't edit this out. This is his channel. I am here as a guest. I love that he has me here because I love doing this. If it was up to me and him would do this every week. It's not that simple. His work schedule, my work schedule, because we are regular people with jobs and responsibilities.
Facts.
Whatever I might have said here tonight, do your best not to take it personal and don't hold it against him.
Nah, because y'all see which side I'm on.
This is the whole point of this. To hear shit from different sides.
I'm on the right side.
I'm not going to go all the way there, but the point is, this is the whole point of this.
Yeah.
There are times where me and him agree. There are times that we disagree. Some of the disagree moments that happen, y'all don't see them because he edits them out because we get kind of ignorant.
Sometimes.
Because I ain't gonna lie, we forget when the cameras We forget when the camera's here,
Word is born.
and we just go. But like I said, I didn't want to do this episode to offend anybody. I just wanted to look at it from different aspects.
I hope it educated somebody.
I hope somebody somewhere took something from it, because y'all do need to understand. Me and him both have a mutual friend who is a police officer. We both had discussions with
Love
him
him to
about
death,
certain
too.
things. I think in some ways we both, whether he'll admit it or not, we both feel kind of bad for him, because in this climate right now,
Yeah, for real.
there are two positions in life it's not good to have.
Yep.
It's not good to be a cop. It's not good to be a teacher.
Word.
It's kind of fucked up
Yeah.
out here right now. It just is.
Facts.
I've had bad run-ins with cops. Here's the funny thing. Looking the way I look, the cops that I have dealt with that were kind of fucked up were black. I don't consider them racist or nothing else like that. I just consider them shitty-ass cops.
Word. Because it's just those type of people in the world, period. And they just get in places of power sometimes. So.
Whenever he has me on here, this is literally just for discussion, because at the end of the day, we want y'all to open y'all's minds.
Word.
And don't get it twisted. I don't have no hidden agenda or nothing like that. This is his channel. This is his platform. I text him and say, hey, let's talk about this. If he agrees with it, we talk about it. If he don't, we don't discuss it.
Word.
This is my dude. We do this just in our way to keep people informed. So if you watch this and after it's done, don't think this is about one versus the other. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I really love this episode, because this is one of
This is
the
good.
few times y'all
Seen
really
us disagree.
seen me and him kind of get heated and not be on the same side. And that's the purpose of this, because here's the sad thing. Once he turned this camera off, we gonna sit here, we gonna keep drinking. there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with having a compassionate debate
Word.
with one of your friends.
Nah, because it's my man's too. Yeah, so it's he told me about it. He told me he might piss some people off, and I accepted it. So I didn't really have to go into this conversation if I didn't want to.
No,
and he's only saying that as a disclaimer, like just to let y'all know that we're showing people pretty much that we can have different beliefs and still be cool. Like, this ain't no love lost with this conversation. We just see things from two different sides of the spectrum. That's as simple as that goes. So that's all this is, man. That's why I love my show so much. Like, and it's my show, so I can do whatever, I can say whatever, I can have on whatever to talk about whatever. And that's the greatest thing about having your own, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what this conversation was about. So again, it's not nothing personal. If you don't agree with him or you don't agree with me, it's cool. It's nothing personal. Absolutely nothing personal. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their views on things. And people are just different. We see things differently. That's why God made everybody individually to have their own mind. Simple as that. You know what I mean? And that's where we're going to end the topic of the
Shit like this, these are the rare instances that make the world perfect. Because when you can take two people who come from two totally different backgrounds, don't look the same, don't have the same challenges, we can have an honest discussion. Because here's the thing, some of y'all are going to watch this, especially when we talked about Brianna. I saw his reaction, y'all saw mine. Some of y'all are going to watch this and be like, them niggas ain't friends no more.
Oh, no.
Trust me.
Definitely friends.
Trust me. Maybe not next week. Maybe not even the week after. About 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to be a new episode. Like I said, if I had my way.
Probably next week.
If I had my way, we would talk about something every week.
Actually, probably next week for sure. And I'll tell you why after.
See, so y'all just heard that.
Yeah, I got a good topic for us. He'll be back.
You have to be with,
for sure.
Here's the you know what? This is the thing about people, and hopefully he won't edit none of this out. When you're truly friends with someone, or regardless whether you're in a relationship, whatever, you can't be afraid to hurt the other person's feelings.
Facts.
You don't want to be disrespectful, but you want to say what you want to say. I hope one day he does an episode to where all the shit he doesn't put on camera, he just puts it out there. That could be like our blooper episode, whatever. That would be the episode where he puts all the shit he takes out. Because me and him, we've talked about some stuff. And for those of y'all wondering, because I see some of y'all say it in the comments, y'all look at us like we've known each other for 9, 10, 15 years.
Not even a year yet.
Like, we haven't known each other a year.
Not even a year.
We met at a mutual friend's birthday party. And because of our personalities, like, we instantly knew, like,
facts.
We're right here. And if some of y'all knew who our mutual friend was, you gotta be special to be friends with that motherfucker anyway. You have to be somewhat touched.
We love you, dude. What?
We love you, DJ Hop. That being said, listen. I personally, for anybody, I may have offended with some of my comments. There was nobody I was trying to offend. Every time me and him do a show, we want to make sure we look at it from both sides. And if sometimes that makes me the bad guy, I don't have a problem being the bad guy for the sake of discussion. Because at the end of the day, we all want everything to be better. We understand it's going to take time. We understand it's going to take certain things. But that's what we want. So, like I said, if anybody was offended, don't take it personal. My opinion was my opinion. His opinion was his opinion. This is his channel. It's a great channel. If you have not subscribed to Trenton's Tavern yet, please do. Watch all 38.9 episodes. He likes to put that decimal in there. Mm-hmm. There is like 38.9, which if you take the 0.9 out, it's like 42. Doesn't matter. But watch all the episodes. Yep. They're good. We talk about stuff we've been through or shit we see on the news. We don't fake anything. Facts. None of us are doing this for a living. We would love to be doing this for a living. Oh, that's if more of y'all subscribe, we can do that. But right now, as far as y'all know, me and him both, we got regular jobs. Yeah. Everybody he's had on the show, we are regular, everyday working people, just like y'all.
That's coming for sure. Gotcha.
Which reminds me, I want to do an episode with Bam Bam.
Well, you want to do an episode with Cam?
I would love it.
Really?
Yes.
I gotta call him.
I think it would be awesome.
Has he do it though?
Has he seen the one with me? Has he seen any of them with me and you?
I'm pretty sure.
We gotta do one. Yeah. We gotta do one. Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
I can get Bam Bam on here for sure.
I'm trying to get him to have me on here at least once a week. Y'all have to understand something real quick. He's probably gonna cut this out. Please understand something. This literally is his channel. I'll be the first to admit. The very first episode we did, I came to him. I was like, hey, I want to try something. I've never done it. He has blessed me to keep coming back. Okay? I'm not a clout chaser or anything like that. But I fucking love doing. Let me tell y'all something.
No, we have a good time every time.
If we could get paid for doing it, even if it was the same money we were both making now.
No, it's coming, bro.
I would be happy with it.
It's coming.
I love fucking doing this.
Consistency.
It's fun.
It's coming, bro. It's coming.
It really is fun. Please keep subscribing. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all that follow me, I got some new Snapchat followers this week because of the last episode. Keep watching. If y'all have shit y'all want us to talk about, listen.
Let us know.
Hit me up because he can tell you. I have texted him about some random shit. Some he has denied, some he has went ahead and just. I'm all for it. But please understand, if it wasn't for him, I would not be here. It's the homie Trent.
Word.
Trenton's Tavern. Please subscribe. Between me, Janine, Bam, like it's coming.
Yep.
I'm going to answer one more question and I'm going to stop talking. Yeah. Because I'm kind of drunk. I don't know if y'all see all these cans. It's like, I done drunk a whole case of this shit. So, listen. I have gotten inboxes and requests about who is DJ Hop. You see how he just walked away? That being... That being said, so let me answer some questions about that. Hop is a real person. Hop is also a police officer. That being, now with that, We plan to have an episode with Hop. With myself, T, and Hop. The reason that has not happened yet, I think primarily is because me and T, we have not picked a topic yet to where we are really going to hone on to what we want to discuss. I don't know how many of y'all have inboxed him. I'm just talking about the people who have talked to me. That episode is coming.
The thing is, though,
all I ask is that y'all bear with us, because if you don't understand, that's a serious, deep bonded friendship. I know me personally, and I think he would agree. We don't try to put people on blast here. We talk about what we want to talk about. We don't try to embarrass people or be dickheads about it. So, for all of y'all the people that have started subscribing to my man's channel because of me, I appreciate
that.
So does he.
I appreciate that a lot.
And you know what's funny? Because some people have blocked me since we started doing this shit because they didn't like what I was saying. Miss Newton. I said Newton. I didn't say that. The point is, those of y'all who have done that, keep doing that. The reason I say that is because of this. Those of y'all who have asked me about the DJ, that episode is going to happen. We have to connect more so we can make sure when that happens, we want it to be great. We want y'all to look at it. We want y'all to talk about it. We want y'all to come away with something from it. The thing y'all also need to understand is you are dealing with the friendship of three people. And when that's said and done, some people might feel differently.
And the thing is, if you're blocking people and all the unfriending, that means we're doing something right. You don't have haters unless
I have lost some motherfuckers since I started doing this shit.
Just saying. But the point is, this is my guy. Hop is my guy, and actually, to get y'all caught up, if y'all really want to know who DJ Hop is, I did an episode with him, so y'all can go get a little prescript of who he is. But when he gets on this episode with me and Red, we grilling him because he is one of our most flawed friends, but I love the dude to death. Like, that's my man. And he's unapologetic about it. You know what I mean? Like, he is who he is. It's as simple as that. And that's why I love him, because he's always been the same person, you know what I mean, since I've met him. But yeah, thank y'all for all of the support. Thank y'all for just tuning in. And
is that really right?
3 hours, bro.
Damn, 3 hours. Another 2-part episode.
This is gonna be a 2-part episode for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much. So with that being said, we're gonna breeze through these next little segments, and I'm gonna tell you guys about Cinema Sit Down is what we're gonna go next.
Can I get it? You guys got it.
So right now, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Right now, I haven't seen a lot of movies. I'm really watching shows. So the first show I'm watching, I recommend everybody watch. If you haven't watched the previous season,
just give me 2.
Watch Power, and then watch Power Book 2. Power Book 2 has the potential to be better than the actual Power show. It's a star-studded series. I mean, if you can get over Tariq, which he really not that bad in this one, but they got Method Man in there, they got Mary J in there, they got the kid that played Bobby Brown in there.
Method Man got some acting skills, dog. Hey,
Method Man is one of the most underrated actors I've ever seen in my life. He's doing his thing. Sax is in there, and then all of the women that they put in there is fine. The professor,
she's awesome.
Oh my gosh, she's nice. All right, so Power Book is what I'm watching. I'm watching Lovecraft Country.
Good show.
It's confusing at points.
It is,
but even in the confusion, it's still a really good show. So Lovecraft Country. I'm watching Ratchet right now on Netflix. She
It's the one with the nurse, right?
It's the one with the nurse. Now, she originated from a movie.
Yes.
And I think it's called like One Birds of a Short of a Cuckoo's Nest or something like that.
Nurse Ratched is from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It's an old Jack Nicholson movie.
Right. But I was told, watch the show first because the show actually is her origin.
Yes.
And then the movie.
Yes.
But Ratched is really good. Ratched is really good. So watch Ratched. And what else have I watched? What was the other movie you talking? Antebellum.
Yes.
I haven't seen Antebellum yet, but he was talking about it.
I have seen it. Now, Jordan Peele did not direct or write this movie.
Okay, hold on. Jordan Peele did do Lovecraft Country.
He did Lovecraft Country.
Great.
He also did Get Out. He's also part of Us. I believe he is executive producer on Antebellum. With the only two people you know in the movie is Janelle Monáe and Gabrielle Sidibe. For those of y'all who don't know, Gabrielle Sidibe is the young lady from Precious.
Okay. I haven't watched it yet. So
it sticks. It basically sticks into the same Jordan Peele format to where
it's crazy.
It's going to jump back and forth, and the ending is going to be the ending is going to have you like, it's going to have you one or two ways. Like, I knew that shit, or that was some bullshit. That's how you're going to feel when you see the ending. Fellas, I ain't trying to be rude to the ladies or nothing like that.
Janelle
Monáe is holding.
holding.
Here's why I say that. There's a scene where she's with her yoga instructor, and she's got her yoga pants on.
I
believe the pants she has on is some what's that shit they be advertising out? The Fabletics shit. Let me tell y'all something. Janelle Monáe is holding.
Okay, so I haven't seen the movie, but the one thing that's been consistent is even if you don't understand the movie, your eyes are gonna stay tuned in. You're gonna be they're gonna be glued because she is so fine. I thought that she was one of the finest women years ago.
She looks
before I even figured out that she was, a lesbian, all of that. I don't care about none of that. That don't take away from her beauty. And I thought that she was already fine, but they said she was extraterrestrial fine in this one.
There are some scenes in that movie, especially like when she's dressed up. She looks fucking flawless, and I mean that on everything.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's what y'all should go watch. If y'all haven't watched the first seasons of Power, go watch Power, and then start watching Power Book 2. Watch Lovecraft Country. That is going to get you confused a little bit, but it is a really, really good show. And then I'm watching, like I said, Ratched. Watch the show first, and then watch the movie after, and then Antebellum right now. So those are the 4 or 5 things that you should go watch for Cinema Sit Down. And with that being said, we're gonna cut that out, and we're gonna move right on over.
I got one more for Cinema Sit Down.
Okay, well, we're gonna rewind back over.
This is the last one. For those of y'all who are into documentaries, go to Netflix. Watch. They had a series called American Murder about the guy in Minnesota. They had 2 series on that where he was falsely accused of rape, got out of jail. He was out of jail for like 20 years and got picked up for murder in jail again. They have a new series now about the guy it's basically the same name. About the guy in Colorado that
I know what you're talking about.
His name was Chris Watts. The guy that supposedly killed his wife. I can't say supposedly.
Yeah.
But the guy that killed his wife and kids.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's called American Murder. It's on Netflix. Watch that. The reason I'm telling y'all to watch that is because, for one, I'm not going to call it entertainment. It's good to just be informed of how some people think.
Yeah, American Murder, The Family Next Door.
The Family Next Door is the exact title of the production.
Yeah.
Watch that. If there are any of you, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If there are any of you idiots who think for a second that this man was innocent, watch the documentary and you will see the truth.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm into that stuff. I've been listening to podcasts True Crimes podcast. I listened to that Piketown Murder. That was like an hour.
I watched
away
it.
from
Yes,
here.
yes.
Oh my gosh, and Paper Ghost too. The
Paper Ghost is very good.
Yeah.
And one more thing, if anybody watching this likes Orange is the New Black, Orange is the New Black is over now. There's an Australian-based TV show called Wentworth. A lot of people have heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
It's in the 8th season. The new season, for those of y'all who actually watch it and know what I'm talking about, the new season has now been downloaded on Netflix. Watch that. For those of y'all watching who haven't watched Wentworth, Wentworth is basically the thug version of Orange. No, it really is. It's basically the thug version of Orange is the New Black. There's a lot more cussing. There's a lot more fighting. It's a lot more. It's the same concept. It's a woman's prison. Only difference is they're in a prison in like New Zealand or Australia. Can't remember which one. Doesn't really matter right now. But for anybody watching this, if you watch Orange is the New Black, if you think that's good, watch Wentworth. WENTWORTH. It's an awesome show. Season 8 is now officially downloaded on Netflix. Watch that shit because it's awesome.
Facts. All right, so that is Cinema Sit Down, and we just gave y'all a bunch of stuff to watch, and they're all series too, so y'all should be occupied for at least a week.
Real.
You know what I mean? So moving on from that, we're gonna go to Music Loop. Red said he didn't really have nothing, but you know me, I'll stay up on my music, you heard? So the first thing I need y'all to go download is Devon Terrell's joint. It's Deja Vu Part 2. Devon Terrell, Deja Vu Part 2.
Okay.
Volume 2 is what it is. That's my guy. I followed him, you know what I mean, since before he was famous. So I follow all his stuff. That's Devon Terrell. You know me. My man Westside Gunn came out with what is this drink called? Who Made the Sunshine. He let his daughter did the art. Westside Gunn, you heard? That's it right there. Who Made Sunshine? That's my guys. Them and Griselda, they from Buffalo. So you know, that's like 2 hours away from Syracuse. So I just feel different with them. And this is a great album. They just put out great music. That's 90s. That's really 90s rap. Like boom bap. Like ill stuff. And there's a dude that on there called Stove God Cooks. He's from Syracuse and he is the nicest, man. He's so dope. But yeah. Westside Gunn, Who Made Sunshine. Let me see. My man Giveon came out with a EP. It's called When It's All Said and Done. That's like 4 songs on there. Great music. And people was trying to play my man, but I think this album is decent. It was Bryson Tiller, and his joint is called Anniversary because I guess this is the anniversary, like this is the whatever year anniversary when he dropped Trap Soul, and people trying to play him because they were saying it was a sleeper, and they was like, we waited 5 years just for this nigga to look the other way and give us some sleepers. I was like, yikes, y'all tough on these guys, but I like the album. I really do like the album. And my man Problem came out with Coffee and Kush Volume 1 and Volume 2. The guy is good. The guy is really good at what he does. So, you know what I mean? Just go listen. That's all I can say. Just go listen. Eric Bellinger is coming out with an album. He's pissing me off because he announced his album 2 months early and he keeps dropping a new song every single week, and every single week it's fire, but I want to hear the album, so I just refuse to continue to listen. I think Chris Brown is in album mode. I think Drake's album is coming soon. Hopefully Rihanna's album is coming soon. It's a lot of stuff that I'm predicting to come soon. But until then, go listen to what I told y'all to listen to. Y'all won't be disappointed. And alright guys, and with that being said, at 3 hours and almost 30 minutes, we had a conversation.
Ridiculous!
We had a conversation. And you know what we do from this point forward.
I got nothing left.
You got nothing? Okay, well, you got to take at least a little bit of this.
goddamn.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Very small.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna take that right there.
All right, so with that being
Give it
said,
up for Ebony and Ivory. We doing this right here.
you know how it go, man. Cheers and y'all out. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. My followers and subscribers apparently keep going up.
They
so
do.
we doing something right. And then Red got people blocking him. So if you ain't got haters, you know what I mean? You
ain't winning if you ain't got the haters. You ain't winning, baby.
Right. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I just ask you to please pass this on. Please continue to comment, like, subscribe, and just share it. That's all I'm asking you for. We do this because we love it. We do this because we love y'all. You know what I mean?
We're not trying to promote hate. We just want to
really
promote
not.
discussion.
Yeah, we just going to discuss. We want to show y'all both sides of the aspect. That's what it is. So I appreciate y'all. With that being said, we're going to cheers y'all out.
Ebony and Ivory in the building.
You heard? I'll see y'all on the next go round. We out.
Holla at y'all. Subscribe. Trenton's Tavern, baby.
Yeah.